welcome to ASMR Advice, episode 3. Thank you so much for submitting questions. I'm going to answer 2 questions now. So let's see what we have. This person asks, in your opinion, what is the best way to deal with a breakup? Okay, how to deal with a breakup. Breakup is definitely a really hard time. It can be really stressful and sad and, trying time. My best recommendation for how to deal with a breakup would be to surround yourself with people who support you and people who love you, and just get back to you. Try not to wallow in the sadness of everything that happened. But definitely give yourself time to grieve, but don't allow yourself too much time to wallow. After you take a little bit of time, go back to doing everything you like to do. Do what you love. If you love sports, if you love listening to music, going to the movies, going to see a concert, do that, and do that by yourself, or do that with friends and family and people that love you and support you. And talk it out. That can be really therapeutic. Talk it out with your friends, talk it out with your best buddy. If you're not comfortable talking about it with family, find that one person and talk it all out and get it all out there. And sometimes that can really make you feel a lot better when going through a tough situation like a breakup. But I would say, get back to you. Do things that make you happy. Do things that take your mind off that other person. If you love a certain album, if you love a certain movie, you love cooking, do things that make you happy to be alive, and just sort of get your energy back, and remember that, you are still you. You don't need that other person to make you you, because you are a unique, awesome person, and you don't need anybody else. You just need you, and you have, your whole life, and you'll meet somebody else who's great. You'll meet more people. So in this tough time, surround yourself with people who are going to bring you positive energy and are going to bring you happiness. They're going to make you happy and won't, drag you down and make you sad in a tough time. So thank you for that question. I hope that was helpful. And the next question is, my problem is that my friend's boyfriend is moving away for a year and she isn't sure where she stands in terms of how their relationship will last. What would be your advice as to what she could do, and what could I do as a friend to support her? Okay, cool. Thanks for this question. So there's 2 questions here. One, what should her friend do, because she doesn't understand where the relationship is at. I think she needs to definitely talk to her boyfriend. If she doesn't know where they're at, something's wrong. She should talk to him and figure out what's going on. Because if it isn't clear, she's not going to be happy. So she needs to really sit down with him and say, what's going on here? Are we together or are we not together? Because, we need to figure this out before, you leave, before this becomes a long distance thing. It's really important for it to be clear, because if it's not clear, somebody's going to be miserable. So I think it's really important for her to talk to him. They need to talk together and see where they're at. And if one person doesn't want long distance and one person does, I think that's a bad sign. Both parties need to sort of agree, or it needs to end. Because if one person wants the long distance relationship and one doesn't, somebody's going to be heartbroken in the end. So I think it's really important. They just need to talk everything out, and she needs to know where she stands, because if he's not interested in a long distance relationship, she needs to know that, so she can go ahead and move forward and meet other people and forget about that person. And the next part of that question is, what can I do as a friend to be supportive in that situation? I think you could just give her some honest advice and just tell her that, if this boyfriend isn't interested in long distance, then, maybe it's time for her to step back from that and end that. And if he is interested in that, in a long distance relationship. She should find out if she wants that. So I would just sit down and talk with your friend and see what she wants and how she's feeling about everything, and just have like a nice girl chat and just really be supportive of her. And if the relationship ends up ending because of whatever reason, he doesn't want long distance, then just be there to support her, bring her positive energy, and just, you know, be there as a source of love and happiness for her if she's about to go through a transition or a tough time. But again, you know, maybe he does want a long distance relationship, and if that's the case, then just be supportive from that standpoint and just help her through with that, because sometimes that can get dramatic and a little bit sad when you're very far from somebody. So I would definitely just be supportive, be there for her, be there if she needs to talk, you know, hang out, offer advice, but don't be too all up in their business, you know. Offer advice from a place of support and a place of just positivity, and trying to help her just get through that situation. So I think that answered that one. Okay, and those are the 2 questions. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was relaxing, and I hope you have a great evening or day, and keep on submitting questions, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.